It's the next day, and this is a bonus for you. There is a fire truck right in front of me that's moving right now. I am back at the Amazon Fresh station the next day. It's Saturday, and I decided to take another route, but this time it's a 2-hour block. It's 4 to 6 a.m. and it was on a surge for $65. So I took this because I wanted to first see for myself. Oh my gosh, that's probably annoying. So I wanted to first see for myself what would happen if I take another 2-hour block. Would I get a Nashville route? Because yesterday I saw Nashville routes when I looked at the other carts, and I thought, well, maybe those are for the 2-hour blocks. Let's see what I get. So this time I'll put right here up on the screen. Oh, there's somebody there. I don't want them to be visible. But I'll put here up on the screen where I'm going. And my starting mileage is 19,517. We're going to see what my mileage is after I do the route. I have 10 stops this time, 18 packages this time. It took me 15 minutes to load. So I got here a little after 4, like 4:01. Scanned in, was instantly assigned a cart. So to scan and to load up and to take my cart back, I was done with all of that by 4:15. So I will be back. I'll tell you if I finished early or not as well. I'm finishing in Brentwood today though, so that's a plus. I much prefer that than finishing in Murfreesboro. At least in Brentwood, I can turn on Spark Southeast. That's the area where Brentwood is in. Plus, I can hang out at around the Whole Foods and see if there's anything from there. So there's more opportunity for work in Brentwood than there is out in Murfreesboro. At least that's how it was yesterday morning. All right, I'm on my way, and I'll come back and let you know once I'm done with the route. I came back really fast to say it's 4:31, and I'm getting off the exit for Smyrna. That's where I'm. Hold up. I gotta get over here real fast. Why do I have to do that? It's weird. Okay, that was weird. Is this really the way I go? But how do I go? Do I go across and over? Maybe I go across here. Yeah, that's why. I gotta go all the way across here. And then this is why I like to use my own maps. It's busier than I would imagine at 4:32 on a Saturday morning. But this is why I like to use my own maps to navigate, because I can see it better. Sometimes when I use those Amazon maps, I usually switch to the Amazon map once I'm closer to the drop-off, like a few seconds away. But I definitely love to use my own map choice, Google or Apple Maps, whichever one, on my car's infotainment screen, because it's just bigger and brighter, especially at nighttime. So if you don't know how to get the map onto your screen, and I know some people who just started Amazon Flex. I watched somebody, I forgot their channel name, but they were doing Flex for the first time, and they were saying, I hate that you can't put the stops up on your own car's infotainment screen. And I was just thinking to myself, and I think I even wrote them in the comments, there is a way to do that. So if you don't know how to do that, I made a tutorial, and I will link in the description. If you happen to not know that I have a tutorial out there that gives you that shows you exactly how to get your stops on your car's infotainment screen from the app, not where you have to put in each address yourself into your phone, but directly from the app. If you don't know how to do that and you want to know how to do that, I will link that video in this description with the timestamp, because that video is about, I think, 20 minutes or something like that. And you may not need to know the rest of the information in it. You're welcome to watch it, of course, if it's helpful for you. But if you just want to see that part, I will put the timestamp in the description as well. Okay, so most of these, from what I could tell on the map, were subdivisions like this, so you get an idea of where I'm delivering to at this time. And yes, it's dark, and yes, I feel safe. And I still didn't pull my smile light out. One day, actually, you know what I'll do? At the end of this video, before I upload it, I'm going to get the smile light and pull it out of the box and do an unboxing for you, so you can see what the smile light looks like. And then I'm putting it in my bag, my messenger bag that comes with me from car to car, so that I will always have it with me in the dark. But like, see, these streets are lit. This is cool. I'm happy to deliver to a subdivision at this time of the morning when it's still dark. I'm happy to do that. I feel very safe. I just want everybody to know I feel very safe. Thank you for your concern. And I am protected. I feel safe. There's lights. The people know I'm coming. It's okay. However, if you saw, I already told you I was going to link that video. Actually, it's not out yet. But once it gets out, be looking for it. It's the delivery I did last Sunday. So this is a first. Well, not really, but I haven't had a hotel that I'm delivering to in a long time. You may deliver to hotels, so that's something to be aware of. This is a good time to talk about how I loaded the packages this time. And I think it's similar to last time, but I had 5 or 6 one bag each drop-offs, which I put in the back seat, and everything that had more than one, so 2, 3, and 5, I put here in the trunk. And this hotel drop-off is the one that has 5. So of course, I'm getting out my wagon. I wasn't going to come on, but I had to tell you. So the woman was waiting for me at the door with a trolley, like with a cart that you take your luggage up on. And so I didn't need to go to the suite. That's awesome. Okay, for real now. No more. I'm going off video, and I will come back once I'm done with my route. For real, for real. I had to come back because we have left the subdivisions and now we are here in a more like spread out area. Well, the houses are more spread out from each other. And here's the first gravel road. Yeah, you know how I feel about gravel roads. Driveways, actually. It's not a gravel road, it's a driveway. From what I can see in the camera, the gravel looks pretty compact, so I'm going to drive up on it. I'm laughing because I'm saying to myself, I still don't like the way Amazon does. What would be great is if we could request, first of all, if Amazon had customers to indicate if they have a gravel driveway. If you want your package delivered, you must indicate if you have a gravel driveway, number one. And then if delivery contractors had an option to specify if they want opt out, that's what it is, had an option to opt out of deliveries with gravel driveways. That way, just don't, other people might want to have them, but give us the option and give us the information. That's what I'm asking Amazon for. Ever since that fall that I had in somebody's driveway, I now bring my flashlight. I sit it right up here. That's what I started doing, and it is so helpful to have. If you haven't seen that video, I will also link it in the description. Okay, let's get this delivered. I had to come back and show you. So this is the next house. I'm sure it would look more inviting in the light, but these are some of these stops that you might get at 5:24 in the morning when it's still pretty dark outside. Actually, it's just dark outside. It's not pretty dark. The night lens on this camera lightens the sky up, but it's darker than what you're seeing on the screen. So I want you to be aware and know what's possible. Definitely have yourself a flashlight and send the note in the app saying that you have arrived. And if you can get a smile light, have that too. And then just know that you're good, you're protected. Or if you don't feel comfortable delivering at dark, then don't do it. Wait until it's light and take those routes. So this is another gravel driveway, but it's walkable. So I park as close as I can to the street, and then I just walk the items up. But the items are, of course, 3, not 1 bag. That other one was 1 bag, so that was cool. But this is the 3 ginger ales. So I'm heading to stop number 9. So it's completely dark. I have my brights on, but it's completely dark. I won't be going in somebody's gravel driveway. Nope, not gonna do it. I'm telling you. I already did 1, I'm not doing 2. So if the driveway is paved, I'll take it. If it's not, I'm not doing it. I'm here to report that it is a paved driveway. The road was dark and windy, but it is a paved driveway, so I'm driving on up. I have my brights on. The last stop is 11 miles away. This is what it looks like with no lights. Okay, that's how dark it actually is. I'll do that one more time so you can really see, but let me stop first because that was scary. So of course I will not be finishing early. I will be finishing maybe 1 minute past the time. And I believe we could probably chalk that up to maybe an extra couple of minutes for recording. I am back in a more lit area. It's not that much more lit, but it's a little, I feel like I can see a little bit better. I do have my brights on though. It's kind of like, I will say, the one thing about delivering at night, it definitely requires, for me, a little more like eye strain. Like I can feel my eyes feel more tired when I'm looking in the dark and making sure that I can see and that I make all my turns and things like that. So, and then it can kind of mess with your sleep pattern. Okay, I'm finished. Ending mileage is 19,555. I have Spark on over here to see what I can get. At least there are a lot more Spark orders at this time for me to pick from. And it's starting to get light outside. I got here, I think around like 6:03. My block end time was 6 a.m. Again, this was a 2-hour block. And interestingly enough, this package, there were 3 bags, they didn't need to be dropped off until 6:20. That's what the expected time was. So Amazon did add on 20 minutes for this last delivery, which means to me that they knew it was going to be tight because everything else was due at 6 and this was not due until 6:20. So, or expected, that's what it says now, expected at 6:20. I just accepted a Walmart Spark order for $28. 2 shops, I think it's like 20 something items. And I believe that'll take me closer to back to my house. So let's take off the Amazon jacket, the vest, and done with that for now. The distance from where I last dropped off to the Walmart is 5.2 miles and 11 minutes. I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you want to do one of those new Amazon Fresh blocks, keep having shadows, then I hope that this has helped you to know what it could be like. Now, you know every market may be different, so check it out in your market. And I'm back, and as promised, I have the Smile Light that got delivered a while back, but I have not opened it because I wanted to wait to open it with you. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is the first time I've ever done an unboxing of anything. And there it is. There is the Smile Light. And so while I take this out of the plastic, I will tell you that the tips come in 27 hours after the end of the block. So whatever time your block ends, you'll see your tip show up 27 hours. Usually it's 27 hours after. And drum roll, $10. That's what I got for tips. $10. Yep. $10. What did I say I had? 10 stops? 9 or 10 stops? I had to go back and look at the map. But $10. $10 for that. And I had a few groups of larger, but a lot of those 1 bag or 2 bags. So there you go. And let's take a look at the Smile Light, and then I will, oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, okay, there's some other components. This is a smile. This is the way a smile goes. Okay, so there's this. Now let's see what else is in the box. All right. There is like this cushioning here, and underneath are all the other components. So we have, oh my gosh, look at all that. We've got these suction cups in here and some sort of like Velcro bungee cord looking thing. Not really bungee, but I don't know what that's for. Maybe there's directions. And have you, oh, this is nice. Okay, this is actually, and this is free. Have you gotten a Smile Light, or have you been invited to pilot the Smile Light? I'm curious, in your market. So we have one of these, cigarette lighter USB adapter. That is nice to have. And then we have a big giant cord. Wow, that is a big cord. Okay, let's plug it up and see what the Smile Light looks like. And while I'm doing this, these are my reflections from the last 2 Amazon Fresh blocks that I worked. For me, it's not worth it because can I say both while I'm doing this? Hold on. I'll come back and share why it's not worth it. But why I haven't taken any more and what would have me take one in the future possibly. So just a sec, I'm going to plug this up so you can see it, and then I'll share my thoughts about the Amazon Fresh blocks for me, and you choose for you. So I have plugged the USB cigarette lighter adapter into the cigarette lighter. Okay, so I'm plugging this here, and there's so much cord. I would say maybe 6 feet or so. So that's probably what these suction cups and this Velcro, black Velcro tie thing is for. But there is a clicker on here. It's down close to the bottom. And let's push it on. Wait, push it on. Okay, it's not on. Is there something else I need to do? You know what? I wonder if my cigarette lighter is broken. Let's try it without the cigarette lighter adapter. And I'm going to try it in my USB port. I push. There we go. It's my cigarette lighter. I think my cigarette lighter is got a short in it or something. Now this, you can see it better in the... I always want to turn it like this. This is not the way it goes. It's a smile. Okay, so you can see it better in the dark. But yeah, that's it. You put it in your windshield. I guess it goes... There we go. Okay, so I'll turn this so you can see. It would attach here. It would attach up there. And then, or you could put it really low, like, oops. You could put it really low like the Uber and Lyft drivers have down there somewhere. I like it. I will be using this when I go deliver. So this is on and I'll show you off. Okay, ready? That's off. That's on. And that's off. It works really well and it's big. I like this. I like this, Amazon. I think it's great. I feel like it will be helpful to identify us, especially in the dark. And I think it's wonderful that they're giving these to drivers for free. What else did they say they were giving us? Oh, the newest safety feature, the newest safety item. It is the flashlight. Did they watch my video where I fell? Is that what happened? They watched my video and they said, oh my gosh, we don't want a lawsuit. We got to get out we got to get some headlamps for these drivers. I think it's interesting that I'm sure I'm not the only person who's fallen, but I fell on a YouTube channel. So you never know, but I did order that. So when that comes in, I'll have a little unboxing for that and I'll be using it. I like that. It's a headlamp. So that's what we've got. So my final thoughts on Amazon Fresh blocks, these new blocks that have add-on orders where people are not able to tip. They're not worth it for me. Oh, so I came back to show you what you do with these suction cups and how they work. While I'm screwing the back, I'm going to quickly say my thoughts about these Amazon Fresh blocks. I'm not taking any more. The only way I would do it is if they had surged them to $90, which, I mean, I've had that happen once. Haven't had that happen a lot, but I've had it happen once. So if it's a surge of $90, okay, I'll take that because that's definitely $2 a mile. And that's like 90 divided by 2 hours or two and a half hours. Yeah, that'll work for me. But other than that, no, because I get sent far out from where I live. And I live 11 miles from the station. So Murfreesboro is like 30 miles from the station and 40 miles from my house. Okay. So 30, and I do $2 a mile. So like, and that has to be getting me back to Nashville. So going to Murfreesboro, coming back from Murfreesboro, and that's not delivering in Murfreesboro. So that's 80 miles right there. Then 80 times 2 is like $160. I don't think Amazon's going to surge those routes that much. That just doesn't do the $2 per mile that I'm looking for. And by the time I drive out there and then finish the delivery and then drive back, the total time is about 3 hours on a 2.5. Anyhow, you see the value based on where I live and where I deliver. It's not worth it. So now let's stick this up here and see how it. Ooh! But I do like the light. I do like it. And shall we turn it on and look at it from the outside? I know. Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on. I spoke too soon. I think that was user error. Me. I think I didn't push it hard enough. But now this has to be something that's easy for me to install and attach. So I'm going to do that and get that all worked out. So there we go. That's where I have it. And now let's turn it on and look at it from the outside. See what it looks like. Okay, that's what it looks like from the outside. It's very hard to see that in the light. I won't come back on this video and show it to you, but when I come back and do the unboxing for the headlamp that they give me, and I do another route in the dark, whenever I do, then I will show you what the smile light looks like and what the flashlight looks like too. Okay, well that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to hear how Amazon Fresh blocks have been in your market, or just anything you want to share. And I'll see you on the next one.